Hey there, sports fans. Get ready to lace up your sneakers and dribble your way into basketball greatness. Today, we're diving deep into the electrifying world of basketball rules. And guess what? We've even got a star-studded list of the most jaw-dropping basketball players from around the globe. So, buckle up, because this script is about to take you on a wild basketball ride that'll have you shooting for the stars. Quarter 1, the basics of basketball rules. Alright, let's start with the basics. Basketball was invented by the legendary Dr. James Naismith way back in 1891. Since then, it's become a global sensation, captivating fans from the streets of New York to the courts of Manila. The objective of the game is simple: score more points than your opponents by shooting the ball through their hoop. Easy peasy, right? Quarter 2, a slam dunk into key basketball rules. Now, let's talk rules, shall we? Picture this: you're dribbling like a pro when suddenly, you get hit with the dreaded double dribble violation. Yikes. But don't worry, we've got your back. We'll break down dribbling, 3 seconds in the key, inbounding, and even the exciting shot clock. Just remember, time is ticking, and you better shoot that ball before it reaches 0. Tick-tock. Well, lace up your sneakers, folks, because we're about to dive deep into the world of hoops. At its core, basketball is all about scoring points by shooting a ball through a hoop that's 10 feet high. But to do that, you gotta follow the rules, my friends. So, let's break it down in a way that even your grandma will understand. First off, a standard basketball game consists of 4 quarters, each lasting 12 minutes. That's a total of 48 minutes of heart-pumping, sweat-inducing, slam-dunking action. Each team has 5 players, which means there are 10 players on the court at any given time. And let me tell ya, those 5 players are gonna need to work together like a well-oiled machine if they want to come out on top. You can't just run around the court with the ball in your hands like a crazy person, no way. You gotta dribble that ball, bouncing it off the ground while you move around. And if you stop dribbling, well, you've only got a few seconds to pass the ball to another player before you get called for a violation. Now, 3 seconds in the key. Imagine this: you're close to the hoop, you're about to make a move, and suddenly you realize you've been camped out in the painted area of the court for way too long. Oh, you're breaking the 3-second rule. No, the basketball court isn't a game of hide and seek. 3 seconds in the key refers to the amount of time a player is allowed to stay inside that colorful paint near the hoop, also known as the key or the lane, without actively doing something like shooting, rebounding, or dribbling. Think of it as a timeout zone for big men, just hanging out waiting to dominate the game. Now, let's move on to inbounding. Picture this: you or your teammate just made an incredible shot, and now it's time to restart the game. But how? Well, my friend, that's where inbounding comes into play. Inbounding refers to the act of throwing the ball back onto the court after it goes out of bounds. It's like a fancy pass that gets the game rolling again. You gotta keep your eyes peeled for those sneaky sideline or baseline inbounds plays. This is where teams strategically position themselves to make the most out of the situation. It's like an undercover operation, but with a basketball. Shh, don't tell anyone. Lastly, we've got the shot clock. Imagine this: you've got the ball, you're maneuvering around your opponents, and suddenly, you hear the intense ticking sound of a shot clock. What in the world is that, you ask? Well, my friend, the shot clock is that pesky device that keeps the game flowing and the excitement brewing. It's a timer that limits the time a team has possession of the ball before they must take a shot. In the NBA, it's 24 seconds, but in other leagues, it might be a bit different. So, when that shot clock is running low, teams have to think fast and make a move or risk losing the ball. It's like a game of beat the clock, basketball edition. Quarter 3, fouls, penalties, and courtroom drama. Basketball isn't just about the fancy moves and flashy dunks. Nope, it's also got some courtroom drama. We're talking about fouls, my friends. Whether it's a personal foul, technical foul, or flagrant foul, things can get pretty heated on the court. We'll explore the consequences of those fouls and how they can turn the tide of a game faster than you can say slammer jammer. Speaking of violations, there are a few things you can't do if you want to stay on the referee's good side. Don't travel, taking too many steps without dribbling, don't double dribble, dribbling the ball with both hands at once, and don't foul, playing rough and breaking the rules. If you do foul someone, get ready for some consequences, my friends. Depending on the severity of the foul, the other team might get to shoot some free throws, which means they get to shoot the ball without anyone defending them. And trust me, you don't want to give your opponents any free points. Let's start with the personal foul. Picture this, you're playing defense, getting a bit too physical, oopsie, and suddenly the referee blows the whistle. Oh, you've committed a personal foul. It's like getting caught with your hand in the cookie jar, you've broken the rules, my friend. A personal foul occurs when a player makes contact with their opponent in a way that's not considered legal. You know, the usual suspects, pushing, grabbing, or even giving someone an accidental elbow to the face, ouch. It's like a cat fight with some clawing in the mix, but instead of scratching, you're getting slapped with a foul. Next up, we have the technical foul. Imagine this, someone on the court starts having a bit too much attitude, talking trash, think Conor McGregor in a basketball jersey. Oh, technical foul incoming. It's like the referee saying, hey, buddy, simmer down. We don't need any of that negativity here. A technical foul is given for unsportsmanlike conduct, disrespectful behavior, or even excessive complaining. It's like when someone spills the tea and gossips a little too much, looks like they're gonna pay the price. And what's the price? The opposing team gets a free throw, and the gossip lover might just have to sit on the bench for a little while, contemplating their actions. Lastly, let's dive into the flagrant foul. Picture this, the game is getting intense, tensions are rising, and someone intentionally throws an elbow to their opponent's face, at your game. That's when the refs whip out the big guns, a flagrant foul. It's like the nuclear option of fouls, reserved for the most heinous acts on the court. A flagrant foul involves excessive force or unnecessary contact that's deemed dangerous or beyond your average foul play. It's like going from a spicy jalapeno to a fiery ghost pepper in terms of severity, and there's no doubt it'll leave you with a bad taste in your mouth. So, there you have it, the lowdown on personal fouls, technical fouls, and flagrant fouls. These terms are like the scandalous drama of basketball, keeping the game spicy and the players on their toes. But remember, my friend, while a little bit of controversy can make things interesting, let's keep it clean and play by the rules. Quarter 4, Legends of the Hardwood. Alright, hold on to your seats because we're about to drop the basketball equivalent of a Hollywood A-list celebrity list. We're talking about the greatest basketball players to ever grace the hardwood. Michael Jordan, the GOAT, greatest of all time, with his legendary airness and 6 championships. Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba, with his undeniable tenacity and killer fadeaway jumper. And let's not forget the King, LeBron James, with his superhuman abilities and unreal court vision. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, my friends. We've got a lineup of international superstars, like Yao Ming, Dirk Nowitzki, and Manu Ginobili, who left their mark on the game. These players didn't just play basketball, they danced with the ball, leaving fans breathless and opponents shaking in their sneakers. So there you have it, folks. We've navigated the wild world of basketball rules together and paid homage to the legends who've made this game what it is today. Remember, whether you're watching from the sidelines or stepping onto the court yourself, knowing the ins and outs of basketball rules is what separates the fans from the fanatics. Thank you for joining me on this thrilling basketball adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exhilarating sports content. Catch you on the flip side, ballers.